Welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here. Hello and welcome. Please subscribe and please go to That Pedal Show store and buy stuff. It's how we fund this show. How today's show was funded.
Indeed.
A tantalising title then. £250 Pedalboard Challenge. Here are the rules.
Tricky.
Here's how hard?
Man, impossible.
Anyway, here's the rules. You've got £250 each to spend and TPS is paying. To come up with an entire pedalboard, minimum 2 pedals, maximum 4 pedals, to form the basis of your guitar rig. That will also include 1 guitar, 1 amp, more of which later.
Mm-hmm.
The £250 must cover the pedals, the actual board if you choose one, and the power supply. You're only allowed to buy used / second-hand / pre-loved pedals. And the expectation is that this is a rig that will cover a typical bar.
Yeah, turn up and rock out.
Covers gig.
Yep.
Whatever that means these days. Start with Sex on Fire, end with Sex on Fire. To make it extra spicy, you may not choose any pedals that you would normally use, or even harder, that you currently own.
That was just crazy hard.
Borderline impossible.
Yeah.
One final thing, as this is a budget challenge, extra points will be awarded if the guitar and amp choices are in the spirit of the task, which basically means no vintage or fancy-ass boutique guitars. How you interpret that thereafter is up to you. So boldly go out onto the internet, buy your pedals, build your board, and return here to be judged.
Yes.
Roll VT.
So I keep an eye on Facebook Marketplace because every now and then it does procure some really interesting things. I don't know if it's cheating because Mick doesn't use Facebook. But after this challenge, I was scouring it. So I found a Digitech Bad Monkey on there, which is where I'm heading this morning. Now, years ago, Josh Scott did a video on the Bad Monkey. I've never owned one. And after that video, prices went through the roof. So I thought I'll never get one now. Found it on the marketplace, 40 quid. So I'm heading there now to pick that up, and that'll be, I think, the first gain stage. There it is. The Bad Monkey. I got one. Okay. Next. It's been fascinating. So Facebook Marketplace, man, there are some real bargains on there. So this is my trawl so far. Bad Monkey, 40 quid. I really didn't expect to be able to find one of these. Boss Turbo Distortion DS2. It was on for 70 quid. I got it for 50 quid. So we are at the sum total so far of £90. Again, don't have one of these. And my big win is this Lexicon MX200 rack. I got this for 90 quid. So it comes with challenges, but the idea is I'm actually going to use this as the pedal board. So I'll put a bunch of rubber feet on it and that will sit on the ground. I'll have these here that will go into the input and then my output will be at the back. The issue that I've got is turning the effects on and off in this. So the really cool thing about the MX200, I've got 2 different effects engines. So basically delay and reverb, but the delay includes chorusing and all those delay type effects. The problem that I've got though is I've left space here for a dual foot switch. So I found this foot switch and I thought, I'll get by with one foot switch. And I took it apart to test the foot switch, and like most external foot switches, it's latching. What this requires is momentary. It's so annoying. So that's sort of, 5 quid wasted. So let me show you how this will work. On the back of the Lexicon is a foot switch input. And if I plug this cable in here, it's a TRS cable. And now if you come in here and watch You see these little bypass LEDs on here. If I connect the ground, and if I tap the tip, you'll see one side turn on and off. If I tap the ring, you'll see the other side turn on and off. So this is what you call momentary switching. When you push the foot switch, it just makes a connection for just a moment. So what I need is a foot switch that has momentary capability. And sort of reading the rules, and I'm very happy to push the rules where I can, because of course Gigrig makes such a foot switch. But obviously that's, it would be new and I can't do that. I could make a foot switch with a couple of momentary foot switches, but that's a pain, and I don't know if that falls within the rules. But what I can do is mod something. So what I'm going to try and do is find a couple of piano sustain pedals, just the really cheap ones, and put those to a TRS cable, plug them in, and so if I can get two little piano sustain pedals, and that will turn on and off each of the effects, and that will be my board. So I need to go scouring Facebook Marketplace today, see if I can find some sustain pedals, and if I can do that and mod them to a TRS connector, I will have my Bad Monkey overdrive, my turbo distortion, and my delay and reverb. So what am I up to now? It was 14, 50, 90 quid, 90 quid, so I'm up to 180 quid. I've got 70 pounds left in the budget, but I still have to do power. The only thing I need to power though is these two. Okay, all right. Watch this space. I managed to find two little sustain pedals, 10 quid each. The second one I bought from a dude with the strongest smell of weed I've ever experienced in my life. So yeah, hope it works. Right, I've just made a little junction box so that I can put those two expression pedal, I guess you'd call them, the momentary pedals in here. So it'll be, these both are tip to sleeve. One tip goes to the tip over here, one tip goes to the ring here, and then this will go to the foot switch input into the back of the Lexicon. Okay, nearly done. I just have the patch leads to go. And one thing that I have been wrestling with is the power supply. So I've only got to power these two pedals. What do I do? Well, I thought about a bunch of things, but actually, for me, the easiest way to power these, and I think ultimately quite economic, is rechargeable 9-volt batteries. So I can recharge these loads and loads of times, and as long as this will be the input, my cable will be unplugged from here, as long as I leave enough space in the Bad Monkey so that I can pull this one out, like at least most of the way, that will disconnect the battery from the circuit. It should last me absolutely ages. So there it is. So let's turn it on. And let's see how far out this has to be before it turns off. Yeah, literally just there. So, yeah, that's nice. I'm going to plug that in, turn it on. There you go. Nice, okay. So now I know how far apart this needs to be. Yeah, okay. I think I'm ready to stick all this down. Here we go. So my new favourite way of attaching pedals to a board is this stuff. It sticks pretty well to rubber bases. You just peel it off, stick it on, and it's pretty solid. It's a really good option for what I'm trying to do here, I think. We'll see. So that's the audio done, basically. Input into the turbo distortion, into the Bad Monkey, unplug that to turn it off. Out of the Bad Monkey into the input of the Lexicon, and then we'll go out of the Lexicon to the amp. So all I have now to do is to hook up these expression pedals that will turn on each individual processor. So each processor is a separate delay engine. So I'll have one as my reverb and one as my delay. So 2 gains, reverb and delay. Now I could be really clever and choose an amp with reverb, so I then have delay and maybe chorus or flanger. But we'll see. I'll get this working and then we'll choose an amp. Bugger. Right, this one works. But this one does not. Okay, I've swapped them around just to make sure it's not the box that I made. And this one still works, but this one does not. All right, let me have a quick look. Bugger. Okay, devastated to report that this is broken. So this one works great. That's broken, so I'll just have to turn it on manually and leave it on. Bugger. Anyway, part of the challenge means I'm out of time and I've just got to get this in there. So, yeah, bummer.
Oh my God, this is hard. This is really hard. So back in time, before we've done that introduction, it's time to start looking for pedals. Any cash you spend is precious, but if you are on a really limited budget, it's so important to get it right because you don't want to be wasting money. It would be super easy to just go out and buy a bunch of super cheap Chinese pedals, and that's fine. If you want to do that, all good. I don't want to do that because as it is precious money and you can get a lot of good stuff used, I think it makes much more sense to buy stuff carefully that you will continue using in the future. Gold standard, some probably dual overdrive, or at least 2 flavors of overdrive, an overdrive and a boost, a delay pedal, and a modulation, probably a chorus. And I think with delay, chorus and a couple of overdrives, you can cover a vast amount of stuff that you would see in a kind of standard cover band set. I've done a load of searching. I must have searched probably 5,000 pedals over the weekend, just to see what's out there, to get some inspiration. The pedal that I really want to get, what I really want to get, is a Dodd Rubberneck analog delay, because whenever we do a show on analog delays, people say it's the best analog delay out there, or at least certainly the best for the money. I've never actually tried one, so we don't own it. I don't necessarily think it's going to be in budget, but if I can find a really good price on one used, it would take up a really big chunk of the budget. Secondly, I've been seeing the MXR CA402, I think it is, the one he did with Bob Bradshaw, Custom Audio Electronics, which is a boost and an overdrive, and they are coming up for really sensible money secondhand, which would leave me pennies for a chorus, and don't know about that, so that will unfold. Power supply is going to really eat into the budget, and although batteries are a long-term false economy, in the short term, they can save you having to splash out on a power supply. So we'll see. I'm definitely not going to buy an off-the-peg pedal board to begin with because there's no money in the budget for it. What did I say? Dodd Rubberneck delay, 199. Oh my God, there's a Earthquaker disaster transport there. Delay with modulation. I would totally buy that, but we already have one. Darn it. So the cheapest, the Dodd Rubberneck, that's going to be £150. What did I say? MXR 402, is it? Oh, 60 quid. There's one there on Reverb for £60. We use the Mua Trelicopter, and Dan uses the Elect Lady, also by Mua. So I wonder if there's a chorus in the Mua line. There's one there for £30 used. This could work. All right, so that's my thinking. Try and stick with good quality stuff that I can use in the coming years. I haven't spoken about the amp yet, so let's do that. In my head throughout, ever since we first mentioned the challenge has been a Fender Hot Rod, either a Deluxe or a Deville. They can be got for very sensible money secondhand. They are dependable. It's got great onboard reverb, and it's got a second channel. Okay, let's come back when I've made a few decisions. Right then, just got home after VCQ. Just before VCQ, because Dan was getting there and I had to hurry up, Panic bought the rubberneck delay for 150, which means I've got £100 left to buy an overdrive pedal, the chorus, if that's the way I go, and a power supply. I had a quick look around on Anderton's for power supplies. The cheapest thing I could find was a Tone City one for £39.99, which means my delay has effectively cost me 190 quid because it doesn't run on a bloody battery. I was hoping I'd be able to run the whole thing on batteries. So what I might do is find a cheap wall wart and run the delay pedal off a wall wart, which should be like 7 or 8 quid or something, and then run the other two pedal off batteries. But I don't know if the other two pedals are going to work like that. Oh God, I could have shot myself in the foot here. Look at this. Look at this. Well done, Rosie. Every morning. A Revo at TPS Towers then. I've just, it was VCQ last night, I think I mentioned that. I've just done the VCQ audio and published that. And while that was doing and outputting, I made another couple of Panic purchases. Hang on, let's get into my computer here. The MXR, what was it, MC402 with custom audio electronics. I've always liked the look of it. There you go. Thank you, Mick. Rich Tone Music. Custom audio, £76.99. That includes the postage, right? So it's actually only 69 quid, if you can see that. £69 and 150 doesn't leave me much, does it? So I've gone for a Joyo Classic Chorus. And this is, there you go, £19.99 on Reverb. It says this gear has sold because I've just bought it. So if we do the maths, it takes me up to £239, I believe. Well, £238. So I've got 12 quid left. I don't need a power supply. I've got to find a wall wart for the delay. And then I've got a few quid left for patch cables. Oh my God. Big day, the first pedals arrived from Rich Tone Music. Thanks for shipping that so fast, guys. The CAE MXR Boost Overdrive, so I'm going to see if it works. Even better, I went to London last night because I'm not an idiot or anything. Drove to London to pick up my amp of choice. Check this out. Yeah, it's a Hot Rod Deville, but the Michael Landau version, 212, so I'm really excited about that. Let's see if this pedal works. I put a battery in it. Happy days. The boost is killer. That reverb's fantastic too. Right, overdrive. I can totally work with that. Bloody typical. Just as I've put everything else away, it's experience day tomorrow, so I'm tidying up and about to clean the whole place. Just as I put everything away, the other two things turn up. Much excitement. And in the melee of me pulling these out of the boxes, in true It Never Rains But It Pours style, the delivery driver from Jeff's online bazaar turned up and delivered my £5 wall wart and my oh so cheap and nasty £4 something cables, which I feel ashamed at buying, but that was it. There we go, analog delay, and hopefully, one hand, come on, you can do it. And have mercy, a £20 chorus pedal. Welcome to Saturday night in the Bebington Taylor household. And we're just getting some cheese and biscuits to eat for dinner because we can't be bothered to cook. And Strictly's about to be on. Actually, Strictly's probably already on. Anyway, as you can see, there's a bit of cheese here. and some biscuits, which is all good. Rosie's very interested. But it did spark a little idea. As I mentioned, I might repurpose a chopping board for the pedal board, and seemed like a good time to try it. More on that tomorrow. Do you want a bit of cheese, Rosie? Nice cheese? Yeah, nice cheese. Alright then, after last night's chopping board revelation, I've done a Nigel around the gaff. That's a Nigel forage, for anyone who doesn't get that. And I've turned up various bits of wood. So any of those could be fashioned into some sort of pedal board. But I think the old chopping boards definitely are favourite. Like so, because they fit on there quite nicely spaced to be able to get your foot in. I'm going to make a cut across here and one here which is at 5.5 centimetres, and that will mean it's raised at the front of the board by 2.5 centimetres and at the back by 5.5 centimetres. And the reason I've done that is because at some point somebody's going to want to put a power supply under there, maybe me, and that'll give enough clearance for the power supply to fit under the board. Plus, I mean, this is maybe overthinking it a bit, but it's never too long at a rehearsal or a gig or something like that where somebody spills something on the floor. So if the wooden board is flat on the floor, it's going to just get all that goop. Whereas if it's raised, the only thing that's going to get wet on the floor at least are the feet. So I'm going to do that. That means 2 cuts. Obviously the tape will cover the screw heads. That's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but... Hello, Monday morning. Finished doing the board yesterday, and I cleaned it all up, just ran down the edges with a chisel, take off some of that glue that was there. It's not the neatest thing in the world, but it's functional. You can still tap tempo this safely, and you can still turn this on and off, and there's probably a space for a tuner in there. So it does have some scope for improvement. Cover the whole board, or at least the part of the board you want to use in soft side Velcro, and then the pedal board tape will stick to it. Now, have I killed the budget on this? Possibly. If I'd had to buy this stuff, it would have put me over budget. A few quid for this, few quid for the pedal board tape, but I've got it, I have it. And I've got loads of it because I do have loads of it. So I always think running edge to edge is a good idea. Great. It's not straight. The dreaded pedalboard tape doesn't stick to that stuff. So what I do usually is just pull it off. Hopefully it'll come off in one go. Put it in a safe place, and then it can be stuck back on in the future if I ever need it, and the pedalboard tape will stick quite nicely to what's left on there. This is 3M dual lock for those of you who don't know. Some people call it pedalboard tape. Will avoid the screws and battery compartments and things, so if the bottom does have to come off. And on my pedals anyway, this stuff stays on there for the life of the pedal. Little twist when you push down. They won't come off there. Oh my god, my oh so cheap and nasty patch cables. That is just ugly, nasty, cheap. And then power supply in there and we're done. Boom. Right, guitar. As I mentioned, it's going to be the Silver Sky SE, which Paul Reed Smith, believe it or not, actually gave me live on that pedal show. But nevertheless, I think it fits the bill as a relatively affordable guitar, and a good guitar too. And then I got to thinking, do you remember that bloke in Van Halen? That guy? Remember what he did? Took a humbucker, reportedly out of the neck of a 335, but I don't know if that is actually true or not. Anyway, he took that, which is out of the neck of my old 335, and that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Then I thought that's not going to work because I rather suspect, and we'll have a look in a minute, that it's routed for 3 single coils. And the pickguard is 3 single coils as well. And I don't know if you've ever tried to cut a pickguard, it's really tough. So I go onto reverb.com. What do I find? Silver Sky Mod Shop. Put the order in, thanks to a lovely guy named Lycan at Silver Sky Mod Shop. Address on screen. Check it out. That's taken forever. Hand on heart, I have seen worse crimes against guitar maintenance, some of which I've perpetrated myself. These are the hand wound texture specials that were in my gold custom shop Strat. And they fit. Unbelievably, they fit in the pickguard. Not only do they fit in the pickguard, they fit in the routes. So that's pretty groovy. Nice. That's better. It's done, it's together, and it looks absolutely banging. I think it looks really brilliant. Heavier strings, higher action, get it set up. It's going to be a really great guitar, actually. Woo!
So you've seen everything we've chosen and how we've put it together, but we don't know what each other's rig is. So this is going to be fun. Shall we start with amps?
Go for it.
All right. No surprises really for me.
Awesome.
So Vox AC15, it's the CC version with the greenback in it. Completely accessible, but it's a sound that I love and could very happily go and gig that out. I think that amp sounds amazing.
And you can pick them up really sensible prices.
Completely.
Okay, I've got something a little bit bigger.
Yeah. A 300 watt Marshall stack by the looks of it.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
We don't need that. Ready?
Yeah, it's going to be like a Pocket GT or something at the end of it. Okay, all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, this time.
This time?
This time. Ready?
Yes. That's funny.
Ready?
Yeah, I am ready. Oh my word. What is that? Deville. ML.
Still
Michael Landau.
Still got the old tag on
Oh,
it.
tagger on it. That's enough of that.
Yep.
Because he uses those.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, there is anyway.
I'll tell you more about it
fabulous.
when we get into it.
Well done.
Yeah. I think we'll end up using it quite a bit, actually. Anyway. Guitar?
Oh.
It's been there all along, Dan.
There you go. Danish Pete, Squire Telecaster.
Absolutely bang on. Mega bonus points for being in the spirit of the challenge.
Well, I just really like the guitar to start with, and whether the vlog with the part 2 of that Squire Affinity tally with the pickups goes out before or after this, but I just think those Affinity and Squire tallies, they're so good.
It's literally, well, some people might say that Vintage Modified is the maximum bang for buck, but I would say that's getting on for maximum bang for buck.
Yeah. I just love the spec of it, and
nothing to go wrong.
No, such a simple guitar.
Yeah. I've gone a tiny bit upmarket from that, not huge, but a little bit. Remember this guitar?
I do. Yes, I remember Paul handing it to us on the show.
Remember this guitar?
No, I do not. Wow.
So as I'll explain when we get to it, and as is documented in the vlog, there's a humbucker out of my 335. I had to order the pick guard from America.
Oh my goodness, you're joking.
And I had to route it. Well,
no, are you serious?
Drill and cut, yeah. It's all in the vlog. It's massively out of tune. So there you go.
Mega.
You can buy one of those new. You can buy one of those new in standard form for $5.99 from Anderton's at the moment.
Wow. Okay.
So,
right, pedal boards.
Cool. Board of pedals. I'll never be bored of pedals now.
Okay.
I also managed to reuse an old laptop bag.
Oh, nice.
And you've used a Gearhead University.
I've used the Gearhead University bag.
And yours actually, pedalboard actually fits in the bag.
Almost.
Whereas mine pokes out the top.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Here we go.
Oh, come on. Look what he's done. Look what he's done.
Lexicon MX200 as the pedal board.
It's inspired.
Wow, it's...
I have a million questions.
Sure.
But it is inspired.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, man, so all your delays and reverbs from here.
Exactly.
And then you've got a couple gain stages.
There you go.
Is there any modulation in it?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God, so it's actually a multi-effects unit.
Yeah. With two separate engines that you can run simultaneously, which is what these are for, to turn on each engine. So I can have that as a reverb and that as a delay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then M1D'able down the line.
All that stuff. The only problem that I've got is that I spent 10 quid on this yesterday. And it was fine. And today it broke. But anyway.
So you're under budget?
I'm under budget.
All the numbers will be in the vlog before you've seen them already. I am under budget. I came in, I want to say it was 4p.
Fantastic.
But I didn't include the Velcro. So the Velcro will have, I think, pushed me over.
Right.
By pennies, I guess.
Yeah. But you've got, I mean, you've got the amp foot switch on there. Golden.
What? Yeah.
I love...
Story about that in a minute.
Okay. But you've got a CAE boost overdrive and a rubberneck delay on there.
I've gone, same as you, I've gone for stuff that could absolutely be used in 20 years' time.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't break down.
Yes.
Like, there's nothing chuck away here.
No.
Everything is resaleable for whatever we bought it for. And I think that, just before we get into any sounds, I really think that's massively important. That if it's precious money, so get something that is going to last you for a long, long time, and or you can sell for pretty much what you bought it for.
Yeah.
And I think, we've both managed to do that.
Yes, yeah, completely.
Okay, sounds.
Back in the room.
We're all plugged in, ready to go.
Yeah.
I am detecting a small amount of background noise.
So we're both besieged with noise problems in our rigs. It's one of the things. It's like, you got to be prepared for that if you're not going to pay a lot of money and spend a lot of time getting that. The one thing, though, that because we've both gone for batteries, we know it's not that, because batteries are as good as it gets, right?
For isolation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so, you know, I mean, the Lexicon, man, I am stunned at how noisy it is.
Okay, no more talking. Each of us is just going to play through some sounds, and that will spark the questions.
Sure. Okay, so...
Sounds massive.
It's good, isn't it? That's a beautiful analog repeats.
So we both have significant noise coming in from somewhere. Your Lexicon is just relatively noisy.
Yeah.
But whatever the hell is going on in here, it's something in there is just
not happy.
And what's interesting is if you unplug the foot switch, so something here is really unhappy.
Yeah.
And we bang on about it enough, right? So neither of us have chosen a power supply
No.
because I don't know about you, but for me it was just too far out of budget.
It was too far out of budget. I only had 2 pedals. And so I thought, okay, batteries is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
It turns out it made no difference because the Lexicon is so noisy.
Yeah,
so it made no difference at all. Ooh. Okay.
So we'll ask each other some questions in a minute. Overall takes. What are you happy with? What are you kind of?
I'm really happy with the Bad Monkey. I think actually live, that edge that the DS2 has.
Just plugging the foot switch in.
There's an edge that the DS2 has that I really like.
Yeah.
But they're cool. I mean, never owned a Bad Monkey.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had a turbo distortion, but haven't really played one since then. The Lexicon, like if you took the noise away, I think the sounds are good. They're okay.
Let's listen to. Come on. Let me listen to a couple of your reverb and delay sounds.
Okay, so
that's all right.
that's all right. So this is just a large plate. There's got no reverb in the amp. And then, silliness. All the studio stuff.
How much did you pay for that?
£90.
So why is that any better than an HX1 or something?
It's not.
But they're too expensive, are they, for the one?
Way. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, okay.
So I've really come to understand how good our guitar effects are.
Yeah.
Like as far as a delay and reverb unit, when you compare that to the Collider, Collider just destroys it.
The Source Audio Collider is something that we use on the show a lot, and it's a combined delay and reverb.
Yeah.
And it's kicking that
completely
down the road.
Completely.
How are you dealing with the line level then, or can it be set line or instrument?
So you can set the input level here.
Okay. He's saying here. Let me just show you that. Because obviously Dan chooses a pedal that faces the wrong bloody way.
Of course. So I've got my inputs here.
Yeah.
That's about unity with the amp. But
Okay.
you see, what's interesting, it doesn't matter where I set the gain, the noise doesn't change.
So the noise is from
Noise is just completely inherent in the unit.
the effects itself.
Yeah.
Actually, if you look at period digital effects, and if you buy something like a cost-effective mixing desk, if you ever had to deal with one of those, and you turn the delay on or the reverb on in the mixer, that's the noise you get.
Yeah, exactly. But look, some of the things are quite cool. You've got. That's quite a nice sort of.
It's got more volume.
Chamber. Yeah. Can we give it some? You see, I'm just. That's the thing. That's as soon as I heard your amp, I'm like, because you've got all the headroom, and I went for tame and.
To be fair, right, on most modern stages where you're mic'd up and you've got to be quiet, certainly for a lot of function gigs and stuff, that AC15 is more than loud enough.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get to play that loud these days, unfortunately. In the world that me and Dan come from, you just wouldn't be heard.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, which is why I've gone for high headroom, 60 watts, 212.
Yeah. Right, and you've got. silly reverse delays. You know, it's quite the
So
chorus is passable.
are you on your hands and knees doing that in the middle of the set?
What you can do, you can store those sounds, and then if I was in a song, I could just turn it to the song. And
Okay,
away
so
it goes.
you,
So
can,
you could,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
store them sequentially.
absolutely,
Right.
and you know, and that would work. But if I just for a delay and reverb, the noise floor is way too much.
It's too much. Yeah, considering the amp's not massively loud.
Exactly.
Neither of us have gone for a tuner, you'll see.
There's no budget for a tuner.
A lot of the comments will say, honestly, the first pedal anyone should buy is a tuner. Dan and I would half agree. I probably did my first 100 gigs at least with no tuner. And maybe you've got a headstock tuner kicking around somewhere, but I think it would be my next choice. My next thing to add would be a tuner, probably.
Yeah.
Practicality.
But yeah, that's... I think it might be different if you're fitting it straight from a mixer, but the noise floor is too much for me. However, £90 for a delay and reverb.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, maybe in the melee of a band mix, not so bad, which brings me onto the Rubberneck. Everyone says this is the best analog delay and it's completely amazing.
Right.
I don't know if this one's broken, but I can't live with that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, just so we know whose noise we're actually hearing. You hear all that clock noise that's happening. Now, it does have extra volume and gain, which are on 0.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a little bit of modulation dialed in, but, you know, the level's right down. And actually, when you stick some gain in it, it's not too bad because you can run the level super low.
Oh, okay.
But as it stands, as just as a delay, you know. You tell me, Rubberneck owners, does it sound like that, or is this one bust?
Can you just hit a staccato note for me? Yeah.
Plus, you've got all that other crap coming through. So that's a fail.
Yep.
And there's the annoyance, right, of your budget. I spent all my big part of my budget on that, 150 of my pounds.
Ooh.
So
okay,
we get a little insight into how you must feel when we're there week in, week out, going, oh yeah, try this, try that, try that. Well, yeah, if I try that, then now I've got to sell it again before I can try the next thing.
Yeah.
So tell me, Rubberneck people, is that broken or is it what it should sound like? Because when I plugged it in, I Googled it and the first 20 results were, my God, it's noisy.
So, yeah.
I just don't see how that's usable. But anyway, maybe that's worse than some others. And maybe in a noisier context, it's not so bad. Let me hear this Bad Monkey then, because I'm not sure I've ever actually played one.
It's really cool. Okay, noise please, if you don't mind. Isn't it great?
It's working in tandem with the amp.
It does,
It
but
sounds fantastic in a mix.
check this out. Check out the arena gain it's got. fantastic. I love it.
Really nice.
Really, really cool.
Really cool, really cool. I do think that would sound great in a mix.
Yeah.
I think it's going to struggle to get over a drummer by itself.
With that level, absolutely.
Is the Lexicon bypassed at the moment?
There is nothing on the Lexicon. It's completely bypassed.
So that noise is
that
just
noise
there.
is just there. Isn't that great?
I'll try not to noise reduce. We never, just for the record, we never, ever, ever reduce the noise reduce the guitar amp mics, but we do put noise reduction on the voice mic. So I'll make sure you can hear that noise.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't need to show you the classic chorus again because it's kind of a flangey chorus, as you heard.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And then
very cool.
turn up the rate, you get the faux
the wobble
rotary, which I really dig. Let's bring it back to practicalities then.
Oh man.
If you're doing a standard covers gig, right, there's a couple of things you really, really need. And straight from the off, you need a quiet, clean sound and a loud, clean sound.
Yep.
Have you got that?
No.
Show us what you've got.
Okay. So I've got... But the amp is already on the edge.
Yeah.
If I boost any more to that, it just drives.
What about if we tried the normal channel?
Oh, we can try
Wanna
that.
try it?
Yeah.
So Dan's currently in the top boost channel. We'll go to the normal channel.
If you turn the reverb down a bit.
So unless you're playing at cafe bar
Yeah,
mic'd
yeah.
up levels, you don't have a clean...
I do not have a clean tone. I've got a clean tone.
Yeah.
That's it. The only thing I can do is this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Have I got a loud and a clean?
Yeah,
loud
you
and a
do.
quiet, clean tone? So one great thing about the Landau Deville, right, so very briefly, I haven't mentioned this in the vlog. I originally wanted a normal Hot Rod Deville. The Deluxe is great, but I just love the Deville. It's bigger, it's fuller, it's cleaner, louder, more headroom, 2x12, just fully bigger in every respect. And the good thing about the standard Deville is it has an overdrive channel. So my plan was I would use the overdrive channel as my kind of quiet rhythm, dirty rhythm tone.
Okay. And
Go back to the clean channel with pedals for the boosted loud lead tone. But what the Landau one has is two channels that are more or less the same.
Right.
So it has two clean channels, one that's just a bit more than the other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And a lot of the other stuff taken out.
Yes.
Like the extra drive mode, which a lot of people really don't like in the Hot
Right.
Rod.
Okay.
Plus, if you pick it up, massively uprated power transformer, feels like it, output transformer, sorry.
Right.
Feels like it, and different speakers. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So what you can do, for some reason, the just plugging the foot switch in is causing a problem. It's probably the cable.
Always a cable.
It's almost certainly the cable. What you can do is you can set volume 1, right, to be down here. Nice. And then if you go to the other channel, right, which on here would be volume because it's volume 2.
Okay.
You can go louder. Sorry, my boost is still on the pedal.
Is it the same EQ?
Yeah.
You're sharing the same EQ. Okay, it's just louder, right?
But for your reference, volume 1 is currently on 1.5 and volume 2 is on 2. So the headroom in this thing is mad. Sorry, the
boost was on.
The CAE boost was on. So without that.
Unreal.
So you've got a loud and a quiet. And so I was going to take that to say what you also need is a loud and a quiet rhythm sound, right? So if she's singing, you need to be... And then when it comes time to solo,
You go straight to...
so your... Sorry, I didn't mean to point at you.
No.
Your range of headroom for clean and dirty with one overdrive pedal is massive.
Completely. It sounds fantastic.
Massive. And they're sounds that I really love.
Yeah.
Two problems, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you my two Achilles heels. One, you heard this,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That pickup is crazy microphonic.
Right.
Insanely so. So that once you get up really loud above 102, 103,
You start
with
squealing.
a lot of gain, it will squeal uncontrollably. So I've dampened the springs, I've put some foam rubber underneath it, but it's not doing it. So
Okay.
this pickup would have to come out.
Right.
And you'd have to put one in that's a bit more potted.
Sure.
Because this is a MHS, Memphis Historical Spec, that came out in my 335, and they are unpotted.
Okay. Sounds good though.
Does sound really nice, sounds lovely when it's just on the edge, but then when you go for the real heavy loud, it's
too much.
It's uncontrollably
Okay.
microphonic. The other problem I've got, which I'll let you into, Dan, so they're opposing polarity. The magnets, they're out of phase with one another. So I would have to find a pickup that has the same wind.
Or take the magnet out of the humbucker and turn it around.
But this would have to go. So those are my two.
Sure.
My three Achilles heels are microphonic feedback when it's too loud. Position 2 doesn't work. Well, unless you want that,
No one wants that.
And that's for you, who says, I love that sound. I mean, it's a bit Freddie King, I guess. But so that's the second one. And third, the rubberneck is just, unfortunately, a fail for me.
Yeah,
That's a fail. And for it to have taken up so much of my damn budget.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel the same way about the Lexicon, because I was so excited to find a Lexicon, because it's a Lexicon.
Big
right?
name.
Big name. And I thought, I'm going to nail this, but it's too noisy. I couldn't use it. Now, it might be that this unit is particularly noisy, and I did get this for a good price, but they go for about 120 quid, and I got this for 90.
I wonder if running it on TRS in a sort of studio setup would reduce some of that noise.
Yeah, maybe. But
yeah.
it just, as far as wanting this situation to work, it just doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It was a good idea. It was worth it just to see you go, oh, what a great idea.
It is a great idea.
But sonically, though, I've got to say, that amp wins the day. And I like the CAE. I think the Joya sounds really good. But I think that guitar and that amp sound fantastic.
People always talk about HSS Strats. I've never had... don't know if I've never had one, but it's never been a thing that I've been into.
Right.
for all kinds of reasons. So I thought, yeah, give it a go. You know, it's a popular format for a lot of reasons. So I'm going to persevere with it, and I am going to put another better humbucker in there.
Great.
But more purpose.
Because it's a killer guitar.
It's a really, really good guitar.
Yeah.
And another shout out to Lycan at Silver Sky Mod Shop for the pickguard. Because there's no way I was going to try and cut the pickguard.
No.
They're too hard.
No. But but kudos for taking a drill and a chisel to the body to round it out for the humbucker. That is fantastic.
Wait till you see the vlog. Because there's going to be people up and down the land going, no!
Oh, brilliant.
I've done worse. Okay, should we finish off with a couple of sounds and then we'll round up, and then we're going to set the next challenge up.
Sure.
What do you fancy?
Okay, well, one thing I want to show
Yep.
is using the turbo distortion as a boost in turbo mode. It gets really honky.
Turbo!
Turbo! So... Now, listen to this, all right? Isn't that great?
It's a killer sound. I think it would sit perfectly in a mix. You got nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go, baby.
Literally
nowhere to go. That's it.
Okay, all right. I think I'm on volume 2. The boost, I think, just makes it a bit darker.
Right.
Like. You can hear how, like, it puts in the low mids real fat for the really fat lead tones, which he likes. So we are currently in volume 2, which should be the same as volume 1, but the boost is off.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to see. I've tried to set this up.
Okay.
Let's see, because
All right.
I've also I've got bits of foam everywhere as well to try and stop the microphonics.
Okay.
But let's see. hear the humbucker?
Yeah.
Just
Danny hung his head because he knew that he'd been beat. He laid that purple fiddle on the ground at Mickey's feet. That was very good, mate.
for the context,
Very good.
like I think for a quiet gig, when you're mic'd and the stage volume is low, it's going to work.
It will work.
And it'll work for a lot of people.
It'll work, but that is tone.
Yeah.
You have tone. I have no tone.
I'm struggling to find it,
Yeah.
if I'm honest. I did try the Joyo before the CAE and it was horrific.
Okay.
With the buffer.
Yeah.
Just made it really bright and horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
And just getting that balance between the two channels. Anyway, we've been over all of that. Interesting, huh?
Very interesting.
How hard?
So this is one of the hardest challenges. It might be the hardest challenge we've done. Certainly for me.
You could fill the board up with like 20. I mean, the Joyo was 20 quid, right?
Yeah. And you could. Yeah,
you could fill the board up with 20 quid pedals.
Yeah.
And maybe get a quiet-ish power supply.
Yeah.
But I'm going to reiterate, I like the way that we've both kind of gone, no, this is all potentially really good stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to be too down in the mouth about the Joyo. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
It does sound really good.
Sounds great.
So I'm not going to be down in the mouth about it at all. All this stuff, Rubberneck accepted. Please tell me if you think it's broken. Could last you for the rest of your life, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So therefore it's good value. Which brings me to the next challenge.
Okay.
If you've got this far,
Right. Challenge per deux.
round 2,
Okay.
which will be the next video, maybe not the next sequentially in what they get published. Round 2, the £500 pedalboard challenge.
Okay.
After your incredible efforts from the £250 pedalboard challenge from a few weeks back, your dear great Irish aunt, Anne O'Log,
Touche, good sir, touche.
has left this mortal coil, may she rest in pieces. But much more importantly, she's left you another 250 quid. Good old Anne O'Log. You can use it in any way you like to improve or augment this rig from the last show, okay? From this show. So you don't have to buy used again. You can use anything that we own already.
Okay.
But you have to bring it in at 250, an extra 250.
Okay.
So, for example, I'm probably going to have to try and sell this. Otherwise, I've got to start from scratch.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, so you got...
Well, I'm going to have to sell the Lexicon, but you can't put the show out before I try and sell it.
When you come back, the whole thing's got to be 500, okay?
Okay. Wow.
Good.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah,
All
great.
right.
Brilliant.
There you go. Thank you, Anne O'Log.
Yes.
Auntie Anne,
Let God bless her.
thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, please do. A clear winner for me, but some good ideas. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Massive thank you to anyone that's gone to thatpedalshowstore.com and grabbed some merchandise. It is the main way we fund the show and do this silliness. Also, a massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And join us on Monday for VCQ, where you can tell us what you thought of the procedures. Brilliant. Thanks,
Good.
everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.